And he got like irate. He's like, why are you talking? You don't need to talk.
And it goes a little something like,
hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's just Olivia Lewis, and today I am back tonight. Guys, you know I always film at night now. But anyway, tonight I am back again with another story time. For some reason, there was a period where I literally could not remember any stories, and then all of a sudden I can remember all the bad shit that happened to me. So I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna inform you guys of the unfortunate events of my life. But anyway, so this story time is about the most expensive bread I've ever bought. Like the most expensive bread I've ever bought. It was an L that I had to take, and I'm still mad about it, but it's low-key funny right now. It wasn't funny then. Again, these stories are never funny in the moment, never. But they're always funny afterwards. Okay, all right, let's get straight. Wait. After, why do I always rush myself? Before I say that, before I tell you guys a story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my... Guys, subscribe. We see each other, so subscribe. Helps me out, helps you out, helps everybody out, right? And push that notification bell so that you can see every single time that I upload, okay? All right, we're on the same page now. Now I'm going to tell you the story. Okay, all right, here you go. So, it was a normal evening, a regular degular evening. And I was just going to, I don't know where I was going, man. It was so normal. I cannot remember where I was going. But I remember I was going downtown. And when we were Sky was in the car too. So, because, you know, he's involved in the story. So when we were coming back up, I was like, oh, we need some things from the Dollarama, right? So there's a Dollarama on our way back up. So I was like, oh, why waste gas and go all the way to another part of the city? Let's just go to the one right here, okay? I said, let's stop at this one because it's closer. Saves gas, because gas is expensive nowadays, right? So I'm like, okay, let's stop right here. Every time, I think I've gone to that Dollarama probably 2 or 3 times before. Just quick in and out. All right, so it was just a quick in and out, but there are always cars parked there. I've never noticed anything like weird. I've seen always a sign, but you know, there are always cars parked there, and there's like the parking meter where you can pay the money. All right, bet. So we hop out of the car real quick, and there's only one like sign, but it's like a long walkway, but there's one sign. I didn't look at the sign. I parked in front of the sign, like in front of it. So I go into Dollarama. I put like 50 cents or so in the parking meter because I knew I was just gonna grab the bread and come back, right? Sky was gonna get something, but it was like a quick 1-2, right? So it was like when we put the 50 cents in, it gave us like 12 minutes. So run out. By the time we came back out, we had been in there for like, I guess 9 minutes or so. So I see like a ticket guy, right? And he's like walking from the car. So he's already given the ticket and everything. So I'm confused, right? I'm thoroughly confused, because I'm just like, I know there must be times still like I can't count. That's one thing I can do, is do simple math, right? I can't probably do advanced, but I can do simple math. I was like, why is this man giving me a ticket? I was like so overcome with emotions, man, because I'm just like, I can't be bothered with tickets. So I was like, okay, let me just look first before I say anything to him, because the thing is, where the door is, the exit is right where he's standing at, where his car is. So I had to actually pass him to go to my car. But I'm like, before I say anything to him, right, let me go check the meter. Let me go check my car. Let me go check to see if I did something wrong before I go to him, right? So I go to the car, and I said there's like 4 minutes still left on the meter, right? So I'm just like, why? If there's 4 minutes still on the meter, why are you giving me a ticket? So I go to him, and I'm just like, you know what? With government workers, I try not to take an attitude or anything. One second. I try not to take like an attitude or anything, because you know they're already upset. They don't like their lives. I don't know something about government workers, but they always get paid more, get more benefits, but always the worst people in the world. I swear to you. So we're there. If anyone is working, I'm in government, I'm sorry if I'm offending you, but like, it's just my experience, you know. So anyway, we're there, and I turn back, go back to his car. By this time, he's in his car and his window is down. And I say to him, "Hi, sir. I was just wondering why I got a ticket. That there's still time on my meter." And he's like, "Yeah, can you read?" And I'm like, like, what? Where is all this attitude coming from? Like, I'm asking you a simple question. It's a yes, da explanation, or no, da explanation. This man asked me if I can read. So you know, I'm feeling some type of way about that now. Cause if a dude asks you if you can read, you're not gonna stay there and like, oh yes, I can read. Like, no, it was not like that. I was like getting up in my feelings. And he's like, can you read? Can you see that there's a sign there that says no parking between X, Y, and Z, right? Like a certain period of time. And then he's like, but he didn't let me answer. He's like, didn't you not see any cars here? The thing is, when I drove up, I saw a car further down, right? I don't know if the person was in the car or the person was like had stopped. I don't know. But because it's normal for me to see that, there's not a big sign saying, oh, do not park here, whatever. There's one sign in the long thing, and I'm just like, well, I didn't see the sign. Where's this sign? So he points to the sign that's literally in front of his car, but like a few paces away from my car. So like, let me see if I can explain to you. So say this is the store right here, right? And this is the sidewalk right here. His car will be parked right in front of the store entrance or exit. And my car will be all the way down here, and the sign will be right in front of his car. But the length of this place that you can park is like 3 times the size of this. But there's one. And then Sky actually said he saw another sign all the way down to the end. So I was like, okay, what, like, obviously this is my mistake, but it's not like, this is not like, it wasn't proper, because I can't see it. Like, if there's anything, if there's cars parked there, because it's traffic, right? So if there's cars parking there, it's not like I'm turning into somewhere. If there's cars parking there and it's on the road parking, I'm not gonna look back to see what the sign is saying, especially if I'm rushing, right? So I'm like, you need to put like proper like thing, because what it says at the top is you can park there, but then at the bottom in like smaller writing it says, but between here and here you can't, right? So whatever. So I'm just like, okay. And then he's like, I was actually going to take the L. I was going to be, okay, well, my bad. I didn't see that sign, right? Well, he was it was just being extra. But I was actually going to like take the L, because I'm just like, okay, he said the sign is there and he pointed it out to me and I saw the sign. So it's not like it can be like, oh, the sign wasn't there when I parked, right? But then he's like, and also on the parking meter, the sign is on the back and the front. And I'm just like, first of all, the sign is definitely on the back and definitely on the front, because when I put in the money, I didn't see no such sign. So he's there and he's like talking, like he was so disrespectful. I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but he was being so disrespectful, like almost like he's calling me stupid for doing this, right? And I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you because it's mad cold outside, and I'm just not gonna do it. So I took out and you know how much the ticket was? The ticket was $80 or something like that. I'm just like, $80 for like, nah, bro. So anyway, I get into the car and I'm looking on the front part of the thing where he says this sign is. There is no sign on the front part, but on the back, at the like below where, like, you know how parking meters are? They're like round like this, and then they have a stand like this. And then right here at the bottom, that's where you see it says the same thing that's on the sign. It says park between here and here and here, and then in smaller writing it says don't park between the. But the thing is, I only knew that it said that because I saw the sign. It was that same font, same thing. But the thing is that it's scraping off. So even if I were to glance at it, I wouldn't know what it was unless I'm literally looking and be like, let me see if it's saying not to park here, right? I'm like, I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna leave it, and I'm gonna call and see what I can do about this, because this is not like, this wasn't properly placed for me to see it properly, right? Like, it just no way that this was properly placed. Because if it's so long, you should at least need the sign like every 2 cars, because nobody's gonna look behind them. You can't expect me to walk all the way up there in the cold just to read a sign that might not even be, because the thing is, where the other sign was, there was a parking lot also. So I don't know what that sign is saying, right? And I'm not understanding. Maybe some people might say, oh, probably you need to look, whatever. But I need to my due diligence. They need to put it properly so I can see it, right? Especially in front of a store, right? So I went into this place to buy a literally $2 bread and came out with an $80 ticket. Expensive bread, right? Anyway, so I'm there Next day, no, it wasn't next day, I lie. Like 2 days or 3 days later, because I had to get over my feelings, 2 days or 3 days later, I call and I make an appointment for someone to call me back for me to discuss my case. So I explained to the man, I was like, nah, I'm not saying, like, I just told him the truth. I'm just like, listen to me, I didn't see the sign. I didn't see the sign, but I can also prove to you that this wasn't proper documentation. So he's like, well, the man, the officer took a picture of the sign that he's saying that you didn't see. And I'm like, well, I was there when he took that picture. Do you see my car anywhere near the sign? He's like, yeah, it's further down. I'm just like, listen to me. Think about it. If that sign is so far away from my car and I'm coming out of the traffic, I'm not gonna look back to see that sign. Like, there's no way. There should be more signs there. So he was like giving me mad attitude, and I'm just there like trying to be nice to him, just explain my thing. He's like, okay, so he's like, okay, so let me explain to you now. So I'm shutting up right now so he can explain to me, like, either he's gonna tell me what he's got about to do, if he's gonna do something good or he's gonna do something bad, right? So I'm like, all right, say less, tell me. So he's like talking. When someone's talking to you, you're just like, okay, I see, I understand. All right, I'm not disannoying to anyone, but I guess it's just how I deal with people. When they're talking to me, especially over the phone, I need them to know that I'm listening to them, right? So I just like, okay, all right, Comment below if you do that too, because this man made me feel like a mad weirdo for doing this. And he got like irate. He's like, why are you talking? You don't need to talk. And I'm like, I wasn't talking. I was just making sure that I'm like listening. I wasn't saying no words. I was just saying okay or Like, I was literally saying like that don't mean nothing. He's like, well, you don't need to say anything. And I'm just like, what is wrong with this weirdo? I'm telling you about these they must be putting something in the water fountains at these government places why these people are so mad at you, man. So anyway, he's there, he's talking mad disrespectful, but then at the end of the call he's like, okay, well, I'll put it at $60 for you. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I was just like, okay, so you went through all that fucking disrespect. Actually, I'm gonna beep that out because I can't. You're gonna go through all that disrespect to say to me, okay, I'm gonna put the ticket down at 60. You had the picture there. His own proof literally like corroborated my story that I was telling you before. You told me that he sent you a picture, right? I told you the sign was way too far for such a long thing. He's like, okay, whatever, that's all he can do. So I'm just like, okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And I hung up. And I'm just like, what in the world, yo? Like, most expensive bread, rude people. The only person who was nice to me is the person who I had to call to make the appointment for someone to call me back to, like, get this thing sorted out. Yo, I still haven't paid that ticket. I'm gonna pay it though, as a guy. I'm gonna pay it this week. I'm gonna pay it. I'm gonna get it out of the way because I want to stop thinking about it. It's just so weird to me that people are so disrespectful. And it's sometimes I wonder, I'm just like, maybe you get disrespectful people calling you, because when I was selling wigs and stuff, I would get disrespectful people trying to haggle like a wig that probably takes $200 to make, they want to pay $150. I'm like, okay, if I make a wig for $200, it literally the products cost me $200 to make this wig, right? No profit yet, right? $200 to make this wig. This is a scenario, right? $200 to make this wig, and you want to pay $150. How like just take the wig for free then. Just take the wig for free, because obviously you want me to pay for things for you, and I understand that, but I don't treat every client like they're about to do that, right? I treat them based on how they approach me. And these people, man, the man and he's so bigger than me. I don't know what he thought I was gonna do, chuck through his window and I don't know, like strangle him or something. I don't know what that's gonna do, but I don't know. He was acting like that. But anyway, guys, roller coaster. I get so angry talking about it still, but I need to calm down. Anyway, that is the end of the story time. And girl, I have more. Or guys, whoever is watching, I have more story times. I have a few more story times about like tickets I've gotten. But keep that for another time. But before you click off this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell so that you can hear and get a notification. Matter of fact, turn on notification bell and put your phone on loud. Joking. But turn on notification bell so you can hear every time that I upload a new video. I know sometimes the notifications are delayed, but at least you'll hear it, whether it's in a week or a few days. So you can check out my video and show me some love. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one.